Did you know there are 6 to 7 million people buried under Paris, France? The catacombs are about 200 miles long and is there because cemeteries were running out of room hundreds of years ago. People have even gone exploring and never come out.
This is one of the most haunted jails in America, supposedly haunted by a serial killer spirit in Iowa. I'm about to spend the night here live, and I'm going to be posting TikToks of my adventures in this haunted old jail. Would you spend the night here? Let me know in the comments below.
Okay, I'm in the jail, all alone. Is there anybody with me in here? Oh, Jesus. God, these mannequins. If you're with me in here, give me a sign. What the fuck was that? Hello? Jesus.
Haunted Places in South Africa, Part 2. According to paranormal investigators, the hospital is not actually a place for the paranormal. It is allegedly that the houses and the buildings surrounding the hospital is the places with the ghosts. They say that the ghosts spilled out of the hospital into the surrounding area. One family experienced poltergeist activity in their house where their curtains would just swing open and doors would slam shut with extreme force. In another report, a homeowner experienced wet trails of children-like feet throughout his house, inside and out, and it was unexplainable. While another family who lives right next to the hospital says that they have encountered many ghosts playing with their toys and have even seen apparitions outside their house and in the streets at night. They have even claimed to have seen ghosts of children playing with their own children's toys. Now that's some scary shit, bro.
So here's a crazy story about the world's most dangerous and haunted island. Let's get started. Alright guys, today we are talking about Poveglia Island in Italy. In 1576, a ship arrived at the port of Venice, and the people, the Venetians, soon found out that it was a Black Death ship. Soon after the Venetians started seeing people getting sick and they started dying, they started burying and shipping them over to the island Poveglia. Here, they would start lining up people and they would just bury them one after another. An estimated 160,000 corpses were buried on the island of Poveglia. The word quarantine actually comes from an Italian word that means 40, which they would take these people and quarantine them for 40 days on the island before they could ever leave. It is said that the dirt on Poveglia is an even mixture of soil and human ash. The carriers of the bubonic plague were actually fleas that got it from rats that were on board these death ships.
Most haunted places in the UK Part 3. If I reach 10,000 followers within 2 weeks, I'll explore one of these places on live after lockdown. Feldbrick Hall is an old, run-down, abandoned building and was home to an avid book lover going by the name William Wyndham. However, one day the library set on fire and William didn't want to risk his books burning. As a result, he risked his life trying to save the books. He came out with very serious injuries and died a few weeks later. It's believed the ghost has returned to finish reading its books and can be found in the library or sat on a chair, and it wants to be left undisturbed. Or you may be cursed.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Three most haunted haunted places in Australia. I bet you didn't know about the last one. Monty, Christo, Homestead. This is the place where generations of families met gruesome ends. You can even stay here overnight. No thanks. Port Arthur. This was one of the worst prisons of the British Empire. A trip here could have you encountering ghostly apparitions and disembodied heads. Queen Victoria Market. Melbourne's most popular market is actually built on top of a cemetery. Beneath it are bodies of over 10,000 early settlers. It's definitely creepy here at night. Most haunted places in Australia. Dreamworld theme park is haunted by a 19th century gold digger called Jack Dark. Apparently he met his end by a buzzsaw nearby. Flinders Street Station. A mysterious man with a fishing rod haunts platform 10 when it quietens down late at night. It's presumed that he drowned in the Yarra River long ago. Devil's Pool. A runaway bride leapt to her death inside this pool in northern Queensland. Ever since, she has led 17 men to their demise right here.
The most haunted places in the Philippines. Clark Air Base Hospital. Location, Angeles City, Pampanga. Herrera Mansion or Chaong Stone House. Location, Chaong, Quezon. Malinta Tunnel in Corregidor. Teachers Camp in Baguio City. Balay Negrense in Negros Occidental. La Peral White House in Baguio City. Bahay na Pula in San Ildefonso, Bulacan. Malacanang Palace. Balete Drive. Loacan Airport Road. Kalayaan Hall, University of the Philippines, Diliman. Nakapunta ka na ba sa mga to? Comment down below.
I found the last remaining empty building from an abandoned asylum in the heart of Austin, Texas. It was called the Austin State School Farm Colony, and it housed mentally disabled people back in the 60s. This place is spooky, and a lot of people have seen it, but they don't know where it is. This is it in person.
This is the most haunted place in North America. Are you brave enough to visit? This place was known as Willow's Weep, and it was constructed in the 1800s in the shape of a cross that would face the east. Now this is already strange enough in itself, but it was also built on top of crossroads where the devil and evil spirits come to play. The house is said to be built on Native American burial grounds, meaning that there were some major battles that took place and many people died around or on this ground or location. There was also a book found buried beneath the house that contained many occult rituals and types of necromancy or dark magic, and the old owner of the house claimed that this house tried to kill her and her husband. Now even experts say that this house was built to attract evil spirits. That's why it was built in the shape of an upside down cross, and it is located in Cayuga, Indiana. So if you're big and bad and you live in the north, go ahead and go visit it. I dare you.
Top 5 most haunted places in Connecticut. At number 5, we have Union Cemetery. It is said to be home to the woman in white. She was said to have been murdered in the 1940s. There's actually someone who says that they did end up hitting her with a car going down Route 111 and actually it dented his car, which was pretty fucking scary to me. I have also been there, so if you guys want to hear a story on that, let me know. At number 4, guys, we have Fairfield Hills, which is probably one of the scariest places I've ever been. It is located in Newtown, Connecticut. If you guys have never been there, I would definitely suggest you guys trying to check it out. There's always a ton of feds there, so definitely be careful. It is said to be one of the most haunted mental institutions in the United States. Place is fucking crazy. At number 3, we have Dudley Town. Dudley Town was around during the medieval times. People were getting beheaded and shit like that, and it's actually one of the most cursed lands in Connecticut. It's located in Cornwall, Connecticut. If you guys want to take the ride, I suggest you go and check it out. At number 2, we have Remington Arms in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I have been there many times. I've been on the roof. I've taken pictures there. I have not seen anything crazy, but I've heard a ton of stories of people hearing doors close, hearing noises and voices and shit. It's fucking nuts. I would check it out if you guys want some cool Insta pics. And at number 1, we have Norwich State Hospital. There legit has been so many people who have died in this place, suicide, people dying, and just crazy shit like that. Don't recommend you guys go in there. Like and follow for more.
Ghosts, the paranormal, I love this shit. I've always wanted to go to like a paranormal place. I don't really know why I'm the biggest bitch going. I can't even watch a horror movie on my own. What am I gonna do when I see someone go around the corner? Regardless, I find it super interesting. So here we have some of the most haunted places from around the world. I am sorry if I scare you out of your own country. First up, we've got the Bangalore Fort in India, or nicknamed the Fort of Ghosts. Aye, sounds inviting that. Book club anyone? It used to be a city made up of palaces, gates and temples at the foot of a mountain, and abandoned in 1783. Story goes, a wizard fell in love with a princess and tried to put a spell on her. When the princess foiled his spell to make her fall in love with him, he cursed the entire city, and it said anyone who goes in this place at night never comes out again. Okay, adding India to the list of places I'm never going. Okay, good. The Ancient Ram Inn in England. Oh fuck. Hello, I need a visa. This place is apparently so haunted, most people end up jumping out of the window to escape it. It has several ghosts, including a high priestess, a monk, and an incubus. Don't look it up. Seriously. 1 million views, I'll stay there overnight and live stream it.
We went exploring in this haunted radar base in Nova Scotia. This place was shut down many years ago and has been abandoned ever since. After talking to the locals, they told us that this used to be a Hells Angels burial ground. There's all sorts of markings in the basement where supposedly dead bodies were buried. One of the locals told us he heard a little girl screaming inside once. So we decided to go there in the middle of the night, and you would not believe what we found. If you want to watch us explore the building, we made a YouTube video. Link in bio to check it out.
This place is seriously haunted. It's also the deepest stepwell in India and the world. The Chambari dates back to the 8th or 9th century and contains 3,500 steps down to the bottom. You might recognise this location as it was used in the filming of a Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises. They also say it's haunted by entities known as jinns, which translates into genie. Legend has it you'll never be able to descend the stepwell and return to the top using the exact same path. There's a bunch of ancient ruins that surround the stepwell itself, and also worth noting is the epic palace built right into those steps. What do you think? A beautiful piece of history or something kind of creepy? Full videos on the Amy's Crypt YouTube channel.